We're off to the Wicklow Hills today.
Hey folks, you're very welcome. It's Róisín here, Róisín Cure, and I have another sketching video for you. This one's kind of a quick one. It's about how I went up to the Wicklow Mountains with my mum and my brother, and my brother's and my niece and my mum's granddaughter. So we're going to talk about how I chose the order in which I did the different elements of the sketch, because you have to get that right if you're drawing a moving target. So let's jump in and see how we get on.
I grew up in the Wicklow Hills, so the scenery around here is very much my backyard. In fact, I grew up on a mountainside, and we loved to pick blueberries, or frockins as we call them. They grow on these bushes here, and every year my brother likes to pick frockins, and then he takes them home and he makes jam and that kind of thing. Now, we all settled down after our picnic and Mum and I started to paint. The first thing you do when you're painting a person or sketching a person is draw the figure, because they might move. I don't just draw the figure, I paint it as well. As you can see, I got Ruben in because, of course, he might move too. And once I've got all the light captured in the colour, then I draw the immediate surroundings next to the person's figure. So I'm using all the parts of my figure, the body, to get the shapes and positions right of each subsequent piece of the drawing. I've used brown ink for this. And then after that, I paint in my colours and I get my values right, paying particular attention to the light and the shadows. We spent the entire afternoon there. Here's the two little dogs. This is Ruben, obviously, and that's his very good friend Babette, and she's having a good wriggle around in the undergrowth. And there's my mum, and there's the sun. How we complained about the heat, even though we've had a freezing cold summer. It was truly glorious up there in the hills. I bring quite a small amount of kit with me when I'm out sketching, and it doesn't really vary. In fact, it doesn't vary at all. I have a Hanamula 100% cotton sketchbook, and my preferred size is A6. It's just a really convenient size because it means that you can make a very rich sketch in a shorter amount of time, and you're often strapped for time when you're out sketching. My favourite pen is a Sailor 55 degree nib, which gives a really nice expressive line. Of course, the configuration of the bag means I can do everything standing up. So I like to use these little magnetised clips to hold my pages down, but they don't just hold the pages down, they also attach my paint box with their magnetic surface. I like to use the Roman Schmal range of colours called Aquarius, the really rich, vibrant, strong pigments. And I use a Sakura water brush to do all my painting on the spot because, of course, the water is in the handle of the brush. Well, there's a little bit of movie magic going on here because I in fact sat down. Why wouldn't I on a beautiful day like that? But I could have done the whole thing standing up. Now, my mother and I went back the next day because my mother wanted to have another go at the heather, and we came across these fantastic mushrooms. Here's the clip I recorded at the time. Now, Mum and I are back here today, and I have tried to capture this crazy mushroom. Very little success, but I have an idea to make it a bit better looking. I knew that I would have to darken up around the mushroom to make the red stand out a little bit better. So I couldn't do that on the spot because it was just too damp to dry in layers. So that was my end result. I also found out, by the way, that it's a mushroom that will make you vomit if you taste it or take any part of it, which apparently isn't that hard to avoid because it tastes really bitter and hot. The mist has come down like a solid wall over the hills. A few minutes ago you could see them, but you can't see anything now. So we're just off the road, the old military road that cuts through the Dublin Mountains, connects County Wicklow to County Dublin. We're in the woods, and my mum is having another go. She's got her easel out there. Let's have a look, see what she's doing. Beautiful woods.
a little bit eerie if you go too far in.
In fact, that sense of eeriness got the better of me, as you'll find out from my blog. In fact, I'll put the link into the description. As you can see, it's a beautiful location, and the day got better and better, and it ended up being another really hot one. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I thank you as always for watching, and I hope you've picked up something. So basically, just to recap, if it's going to move, sketch it first, and sometimes if it's too wet to get your layers down, well, don't worry about it. Take your sketch pack and finish it at home. See you next time.